Well, hey there. Welcome to the Pawpaw Chronicles-N-More with Jim. Well, you see me out here doing a little bit of snipping, and there's a reason behind it, which you all know what I had did earlier. And I'm going to show you. You know, I guess what I would really call this is forced vegetative growth. And what I had shown earlier is clipping the leaves off. Now these snips have been sterilized, and just as I showed earlier, it's been 2 weeks now, and I want to show you the results of that. It turns out it worked out very well, and this was what I was after when I did what it was that I did. Let me show you. I'll move in a little closer so you can see. As you all can remember, I clipped all of the leaves off of this June 30th. And now what we have is growth pushing. And that growth is what I would call force generated growth. And it's not just a leaf, because right here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 little leaves. 4 there, 4 there, and 3 right there. And we're getting push. And what that's going to do is continue to push, and it's going to give me branching. And if you remember right, there was a total of 3 trees that I had done this with, and the other 2 haven't progressed as far, but all 3 of them are doing exactly what it was that my goal was. So what I have is a total of 24 of these seedlings that have been planted into these 3-gallon root trapper bags. And I thought, okay, let's work on probably 50%, and we'll do something that's just a little bit different here. Let me push this off to the side. These leaves I will collect and get them out of here, because they could cause insects to come in here and say hello. And you can see I have plenty of them to work with. Now, I left that terminal bud alone just to see what it would do. And I'm going to show you one other thing that I've noticed, and I'm trying to figure in my mind what it is. Now on some of these seedlings that I'm looking at, down in the leaf set, where the leaf is coming out from the stem, you see a little tiny bud there. And one of the things that I've noticed when I'm looking at the little tiny bud is down lower where we have hardening off, the buds that are in the leaf set are almost black. They're so dark, they're almost black. And what I'll do is I'm going to bring this one here in closer to it. Let me keep the snips out, by the way, and show you what I'm talking about. Right there, right there. Move in a little closer. We'll snip a leaf off, and a leaf off here, and hopefully you can see that. There's a little black node right there, and one right there just inside the stem of the leaf. Now, in my personal opinion, that is still a viable bud. That, in my personal opinion, what I would call is a sleeper bud. What will happen is the tree will continue to grow, get bigger and bigger and bigger, and all these buds will get swallowed up into the base of the tree as it grows. And some type of little bug. And what will happen is if the tree should get broken off, these sleeper buds will begin to push. I think that's the reason why whenever I had cut down some wild pawpaw trees I had to generate root suckers, on the stump there was growth coming off that stump. And I think that's the sleeper buds, what I call sleeper buds, that are waking up because that tree wants to continue to live. But I have an awful lot of these that are planted in this manner. And what I want to do is generate the branching. So I'm going to grow these out. And what I'm going to do is a top work on these. These are all intended for grafting. It may take a couple of years, but that's the intention, to cause the generated growth, to get the branching, and then do what I've shared with you before, top working. Now, something I've done differently with these four right here is I decided to leave that terminal alone. That very last leaf that's up at the top, and see if it's going to do the same thing as the others did. The others, I cut the terminal off, and I wanted to see, are they going to do the same thing? I don't know. Only time will tell. But you know, what if I was to tell you that all of these were only twigs at the beginning of the season? Anywhere from that tall to that tall, and that was it. They were dormant. And then I brought them into the greenhouse, and they've been left in the greenhouse ever since then. And you could see the growth that has come on with these. A lot of them were transplanted, and they were treated with mycorrhiza and other things that I have shared in the past. And it has really, really upped the game as far as what these trees are willing to do. It's amazing how resilient a pawpaw can be. And I mean, right down to the point that one gets broke off out in the field, it'll send up root suckers from the root system. And I've had seedlings that send up root suckers, and they'll just, it's just amazing the resilience of this little tree. But that was just something that I wanted to share with you. And what we've done is there's 4 of them right here that I just got done doing. And I'm going to leave it alone for now and see how these 4 do. With the 3 that I did earlier, 2 weeks ago, they're pushing, and I'm looking at them as 100% success. Now, I have one here that's pushing, and it's pushing 4 of them versus this one and that one. And the difference is, this one right here, I took every bit of the leaves off of it. The very tip of the other 2, I just cut the leaf and left a little tiny bit of the leaf there. And each one of them, well, this one here's got 4. Yeah, they're pushing good. So we're going to see what happens from here on out. But what I got to do is start getting things watered. I got a lot of trees here that I've transplanted. We're going to leave them growing in the greenhouse. The terminal buds, the terminal growth is still showing green, so that tells me that they're still willing to grow. And we'll see what happens. Like these ones right here, that's this year's growth, and we still have probably a good 3 months of growing. And I'm willing to bet that these may reach close to 2 foot tall their first season. I'm very pleased with the outcome that's going on with the greenhouse right now. But this is just something I wanted to share with you. Forced vegetative growth is what I would call that. And grab my beer from back here. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get these picked up and get out here and start watering, because I got a lot of watering to do. My name's Jim. If you like what you see, subscribe. Don't forget to click on that bell for any notifications. Any comments or questions that you may have, I welcome. You all have a God bless day.